You can see it's a game that's not rated. Obviously, you guys know what game I'm talking about that comes out in November. Um, I did play Star Wars Battlefront 2 with the lightsaber duel. Yeah, it was cool to play as Kylo Ren and all this other stuff, but then it just got boring with Anakin and Count Dooku and Grievous. I was kind of hoping they put Master Windu and Qui-Gon Jinn and Kit Frisco. I mean, like Kit Frisco, like is like a fish thing with little contending, like the green guy that died from Sidious. It'd be cool to see those guys, the characters that got killed off from Darth Sidious. I mean, who do not want to see Darth Sidious with a lightsaber? But no, he's just Mr. Burns walking around executing people. But they got this game coming out, and it's cool. Nobody likes the Xbox. But this game is coming out, and I'm going to be ending up pre-ordering it because it's a Star Wars lightsaber, first-person lightsaber game. But nobody is asking questions about if it's a opened. I'm not too sure because it's between Episode 3 and 4, The Revenge of the Sith and The New Hope. And I'm looking at the trailer. I've already watched it. I love it. It looks like I was right because I said this in 2013 that if you read up between Assassin's Creed, that it shows a little bit of artwork how Assassin's Creed runs, and like that's Assassin's Creed look.
Imperial sap refinery lies dead ahead.
What does the Empire want with tree sap?
They'll be good. They refine the sap to and they rush it to expand production.
I wonder if it explains why he has like a little plastic tubing from Star Wars Rogue One. He's in Star Wars Rogue One, Star Wars Rebels, and in this one, it should probably show how he lost his legs and his arm. Well, actually, not his arm, but his whole entire shoulder. And it shows why he uses a inhaler thing like Darth Vader. He puts on in Rogue One. He sounds like Darth Vader, but he take it off. He's not burnt. He's just like, I wonder if he fought between the bounty hunter, the Sith bounty hunter. I don't know if they're called yet, but I wonder if it's between that and him fighting Darth Vader, and Darth Vader literally doing that. Not the full one. I guess he's like one of the main people that escape, like Darth Vader doing that and does that and breaks their spine. But I'm very very excited to see finally they made Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I wonder if they're going to make another one called the Jedi New Order, or something like that. But I kind of wished before they made Luke Skywalker get killed off. I wish they had, honestly, like I wished they had like Luke Skywalker and half of the galaxy that helped them destroy the Death Star, and I wish they had Luke and Leia walk up together, and Luke had the blue and she had the green, and they were marching together with an army to the Jedi Temple at the planet Tatooine. And then it's so confusing because you don't see that on YouTube or nothing. So I'm gonna bring it up. When they fired the Death Star, the Star Killer base, when Kylo Ren was standing there, when the Force Awakens, it didn't say nothing. It didn't say nothing on the Last Jedi. So I hope in the Rise of Skywalker they explain what happened. Like, nobody really talked about that. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm right, I don't know. But there's no talk of when they fired the Starkiller base, and it shows Kylo Ren using the Force to separate the laser beam to destroy not one, not two, but 5 planets all in one hit.
We have to stop them.
And this is like the coolest game. It's a lightsaber game. I'm going to pre-order this one 100%. Not buying the $15.99 version. I am buying the $100 one because it might come with a lightsaber or something really cool. I mean, this is a Star Wars game. I'm a big fan of Star Wars. And
These refineries double as blue prison camps.
E3 have announced it. I wish I could go to E3.
Take your lightsaber and free the workers inside. You want their help to stop the Empire.
Understood.
Watch yourself in there.
And I like the story that like Luke and I forgot his name, Opie. I call him Opie because I'm used to seeing him in Annie Griffin show. Made Star Wars Han Solo story, and they show Darth Maul and all this stuff. Kenobi, it's not called Obi-Wan. It's called Kenobi. That's it, not Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is called the Star Wars Kenobi Star Wars. Kenobi, a Star Wars story. And I like the idea that these games like this one and Star Wars Battlefront 2, I like the idea that it's all connected with the movies. And the coolest thing about this is I like the idea that a lot of people were like, what happened to Chewbacca's people? What happened to his race? And it shows in the game like what happened to like half of them were like the ones who were like fighting in the clone wars, the droid wars back in episode 3 and 2 in the Clone Wars. It shows them fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. But what Luke Skywalker did in The Last Jedi is what Sidious said in episode 3. If we don't do nothing, it will become a civil war galaxy. So that's what I'm thinking it's going to happen. But don't forget, Snoke, like what Darth Sidious said, some consider to be unnatural. Some of them are unnatural, so Snoke was one of those unnatural beings that we saw. He wasn't a Sith. He wasn't a Jedi. He was somebody who was unnatural that knew how to balance and knew how to use it. And manipulated. And then, if you watch The Last Jedi, when Kylo Ren and Rey fight, and then Kylo Ren gets knocked out by ripping the lightsaber in half. That guy with the red hair that gets beaten up by Kylo, I believe that that's Darth Sidious's clone, because it was like these two games are related. The Star Wars Battlefront 2 was related to the movies, and then this is related to the movies. So what is the difference from this one? This one is about the hunt. I don't like if they make another Star Wars game like this. And if you guys see my video, the people E3 that makes video games, please hear out my wish and the biggest fans' wish. We want to see. It's the beginning of young Darth Vader, which is like really good artistic ways, and it has to be an open galaxy, an open planet, open world. But what I mean is a young Darth Vader, you start as Anakin Skywalker, and you do that gruesome. It has to be rated M because there's children. I want to see young Darth Vader kill kids. Well, that's the wrong thing to say, but young Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, young Darth Vader, before he gets burnt to crisp. goes to the Jedi Temple with the clones, the first clone army to ever attack the Jedi Temple with one hit, and do not stop. They just keep coming in, and then I think George Lucas's idea was to show the Jedi Temple getting attacked, but it was too gruesome, it was too violent, and it was pretty obvious that Darth Sidious, the Sith Lord, was in the Jedi Temple while it was getting attacked with young Darth Vader, and they were fighting together, killing the Jedi's, wiping them out, extinction. But this game shows proof that there were some Jedi far outside of the galaxy that survived Order 66. But at the same time, if you look closely, he has a scar, like, right here. Like, if it was a shot wound, or young Vader went boom, and he survived that. He just didn't move, and he just watched all his friends fall and die, or he got hit right here, and he got knocked out. But, like, what I'm trying to say is, if you guys make another Star Wars game, make Star Wars Vader. Or Star Wars Vader. That's what you. Well, Star Wars Vader or Star Wars The Hunt. Star Wars The Hunt of the Jedi. Basically, you're young Darth Vader. You're in the Jedi Temple. You're fighting for a good 10 hours. It has to be 10 hours. Not like okay, video. Okay, boom. You're in Darth Vader's suit. No, I want to see him fight. I want to see young Darth Vader. And once you start the difference, and you fight your Anakin Skywalker, your young Darth Vader, and you fight your old master, your best friend, your brother, your father figure, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now that will be epic video game in this world. And that would be cool. And right in the end of the first thing, then once you get beaten up by Obi-Wan, then it shows him, like, the movie part. But what happened between all that stuff? Like, how did he get in the ship? Like, they curing up, all that stuff. It shows, like, the medicine stuff. Yeah, we want to see that too, but we also want to see the detail of him floating the float tube, like cleaning his skin and like all that stuff. Like, use the little droids to clean him up. And like, be really, really cool to see a young Darth Vader in a suit, and you get to play as him. And then it's kind of like Warframe. You go in your ship, or you go to the hologram, and it shows like different planets inside the galaxy that you're in, and then your spies tell you where they were, but they get killed off or they wait for you or something. And you go to that planet, yeah, you're gonna fight off some people just to get to that person. And every Jedi that you capture, you get their lightsaber. You take their kyber crystals, you put them aside, and you take the lightsabers and you melt them. That'd be cool to see the young Vader, you know, just saying. And yeah, keep it thundered.